What is up, everybody? It's day number 20 of the 30-day shred. We are out here killing it. It's shoulders. It's shoulder day. Diet is still on point, still losing weight. So the title, 30 days to shredded. I don't expect to get completely shredded in 30 days. That's ridiculous to think. But setting the goal to lose as much weight as I can in 30 days is a way for me to kind of lock in, because weight loss has been a challenge for me for a while. And when I was in my 20s, I had it dialed in, and I was shredded almost all the time, you know. So I'm just trying to get back to that. So 30 days to shredded is just the opportunity for me to reset my mindset, for me to lock in, and for me to lose as much weight as I possibly can. And I don't know if they got the scale in there fixed yet or not, but it doesn't matter. Like, it might be day 30 before I weigh myself again, because during the whole thing I've been weighing myself every day and it's steadily been going down. So it'll be pretty interesting not to weigh myself for a while and then to step on that scale to either be shocked or disappointed. But either way, we're going to keep moving. We're going to keep attacking this goal, and I don't know how long it'll take me to get completely and totally shredded, but it's going to happen regardless. The time's going to pass either way, so I might as well keep going after it. Now let's get in there and blast these shoulders. Alright, the target of this particular shoulder workout is going to be my side and rear delts, since my front delts are overdeveloped. Started off with some dumbbell lateral raise. I warmed up with some lighter weight, and what I'm trying to work on here is to go just a little bit slower, nothing too crazy. It definitely burns more if you go slower. I did 4 sets of 12. And then we moved on to cable lateral raise. This one feels completely different than dumbbell lateral raises. It feels like the tension's definitely on your shoulders through the entire motion. So I definitely try to go slow on this one, since I'm only using, I think it was 10 pounds, 5 or 10 pounds. But, you know, the burn was real. So I definitely think it's helping build that side delt. I ended up doing 4 sets of 12 on each side of this one. Definitely burns. You gotta try doing this one after a lateral raise. And now, since my side delts are toast, it was time to move on to my rear delts. Overhand grip on with the rope attachment. I usually close my eyes and lower my head when I do this one. For some reason, it helps me engage my rear delts a little bit better. And this is definitely one you don't want to just throw weight around with. Like, really concentrate on squeezing and going slow. And to finish off my rear delts, I tried doing this one before face pulls before, and it just didn't feel right. So I think it helps to have a little bit of rear delt activation before doing rear delt flies. So face pulls, I did 3 sets of 12, and then I did 3 sets of 12 on each side on the rear delt cable flies. I play with the height of the attachment here a lot, trying to find the perfect angle. Now, time to check the current physique, the shoulder pump if I can. You know, you can definitely see them starting to pop a little bit. You can see the separation of my bicep, tricep, and then my shoulders. Rear delts I think they're starting to develop a little bit, because you can see the top of my shoulder starting to look a little more flat, and then it'll start to look rounded as I get leaner. definitely enjoy checking out my physique after every workout, because I slowly but surely I can tell little subtle differences after each day. That's the fun part of having a diet dialed in. Well, that's it. 20 days in, 2/3 of the way there. Shoulders have been destroyed. Same shoulder workout as last time, so I don't really foresee me changing that routine too much. I remember looking at old pictures of myself and seeing that my front delts were a lot more developed than my side and rear delts. You know, that comes from people that who do exercises for their front delts, but they don't realize when you're doing incline bench press, shoulder press, things like that, you're working your front delts, and then you don't end up making the work even across all three heads of your shoulder. And once you get lean, you got this part right here in the front just poking out, and then it goes down. What you want is rounded shoulders. So that's something to keep in mind if you're just beginning your training. If you're doing like shoulder press or incline presses, you don't need to train your front delts directly. You probably need to hit your side delts and rear delts a little harder. I like to do two different types of lateral raise now, and two different types of rear delt flies, and that's pretty much my shoulder training, because it fits what I'm trying to accomplish. So, you know, you gotta be willing to change things up. You gotta be willing to try things. You gotta be open to what your physique goals are. And you might not have that. You might just love doing shoulder press, like heavy shoulder press, and that's fine too. Yeah, 20 days in, it's feeling good. They still don't have that scale in there, so I'm gonna have to figure something out. I got one ordered, but it's not gonna be here till like second week of July, I think. So it's a pretty nice one. It'll be interesting to play around with. It's got like a little Bluetooth thing. And it's supposed to tell you your body mass index and stuff like that. I don't really know how that stuff works, but you know, it'd be cool to play with that. See how I can manipulate the numbers by coming to the gym hard, going hard on my diet, everything. But I don't do cardio. But let me see if I can. No, that's probably not gonna let me take the camera off. I was gonna see how many steps I did yesterday. It was over 20,000. So I don't think I have to do cardio. Like, I have a reasonable excuse to skip it, but I still think it might be beneficial to me. It's just, you know, getting here to the time that I say I'm going to. That's definitely something I need to work on. I'll set my alarm, and tell me if y'all do this too. I'll set an alarm for the time I want to get up, then I'll set one for 10 minutes later, 10 minutes to make sure I get up. But when that first alarm goes off, I know I have the other backup alarms, so I can go back to sleep for 20, 30 minutes. But when I do that, I'm missing out on stuff I could be doing in the gym. So I really have to get better at getting up when that first alarm goes off, you know, because you're sitting there at night, right? And you're saying, okay, tomorrow I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. and I'm going to go to the gym. So you set your alarm for 5. You're like, well, what if I can't get up? Let me put one 5:10, 5:20. Maybe what I'll do is put one at 5 and then one at 6, because I know I don't want to get up an hour later. But if for some reason I sleep through that one alarm, which I shouldn't, I'd be like, oh man. But if that alarm goes off, I'll be like, oh man, I don't have another one set till 6. I better get up. Maybe that's how I need to mess with myself to get that part done. So let's see. So I skipped chest this week. I'll do it next week. Trying to let some injuries heal. So chest every other week until I feel strong. Like I think I'll know when it's ready to be trained every week again. So tomorrow would be leg day. Leg day is back already. It came around quick. I think I'm going to switch out squats with leg press. Maybe I'll do squats every other leg day. Like, mix it up like that. I'm not sure. We'll try that. But still early in the day. Still a lot to do. So I'll see you guys next time.